Hello, and welcome back to Touhou Pup Play Enhancer Loaded. I didn't say hello at the beginning of the last intro, I noticed that, so I said it now. In the last part, went through the route between the Ectique and the Olivine, and then I explored the Olivine, which took like 2 minutes, and now we're gonna go into a lighthouse, which means I'm gonna battle a bunch of trainers, which means I'm gonna go read a bunch of dreams, because I don't have that much to talk about, so I'm using the dreams as something to talk about. But there is one thing I kind of wanted to talk about for a bit, but first I want to actually get into some of the trainers. I think I have Meme out in front. I think she's level 70. Alright, the story's different now. Apparently Team Rocket took over the Olivine Lighthouse. That, didn't happen in the game. This is just a normal lighthouse filled with, like, polywag using sailors. But I guess we're fighting Team Rocket now, so we're gonna hear Ration's theme a lot. So you're the one called Shaft who scared off the guard, huh? Well, that just means that we get to have fun. Alright, so one thing I wanted to mention, just something I thought about, because it's something, I never talked about, because I never really had a reason to talk about it, but it was something I thought that, like, when I was playing the Tokiko game, they were talking about, like, birds having good eyes or something, and it made me want to bring this up, but that doesn't seem like the appropriate game to just, like, start talking about something random, so I didn't. We're really doing this. We are really doing this. Just get on route and deal with you. Go away. Oh my god. Alright, that was a dumb first fight, wasn't it? Immediately have to go to the Pokemon Center because Mima's asleep. Yeah, it's just something about myself I never mentioned because I never really had a reason to mention it, but figured I could talk about it now, so I don't really have anything else to talk about it. Like my eyes, like I don't have 20/20 vision. I have 20 in like my right eye, but my left eye, I don't know how you describe it. Is it nearsighted? Basically, I can't see the things as far away with my left eye as good as my right eye, and it's really apparent when it comes to like trying to read things that are farther than like I guess several feet ahead of me or something. It's Yukari. I remember you from Silthco. You'll pay for making Team Rocket fall. I don't know, it's just kind of really weird. I don't know if this was something that, like, I just didn't notice as a child, or if it really only happened until I started, like, getting older or something, but I remember at some point, when I was a teenager, I just noticed it, and it was like, I would just, like, notice that I'd like, put my hand over my right eye, and I just, like, couldn't read something that I was able to read earlier. So, yeah, I had to, I had to get I eventually got a pair of glasses that literally do nothing for my right eye, but it makes my left eye see better. And, you know, you can tell if I close my right eye and then put my glasses over my my eye, then I can read something a couple feet away, whereas if I take them off, I can't see it. I don't know, just something kind of weird. And the funny thing about that is, you know, like, you have, like, monocles. There's those funny things that British people wear for some reason. That's a British stereotype for some reason. And, you know, it's just, you might think, like, why would you wear a monocle and not glasses? Just like, I don't know, some people just have a problem with one eye and not the other one. I don't wear those glasses very often, but I have to wear them when I drive. But I never really wear them when I don't drive because, you know, I can see everything just fine as long as I don't close my right eye, you know? It's just weird, you know? Just like close your right eye and it's just like that thing I could read, I can't read it anymore. Kinda weird. Yeah, that was just a quick thing I wanted to mention, because it's probably $2016 again, because I'd probably never have a reason to mention it at any other point, so I figured I'd talk about it now. So yeah, my left eye. Not as good as my right eye, probably has to do with the fact that there's some biology there. My mother has to wear glasses, my father does not. But also my grandmother has to wear glasses. It's a thing, because like my dad didn't get, and I also get my allergies from my grandmother. My dad doesn't have those allergies. I also have like these two teeth. That might probably get way too personal here. I have like these two teeth in my mouth that are like, they're like slightly different in a way to where they are like the exact same way that my grandmother is. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Anyway, that's all I really had to talk about. We're about to fight a bunch of Team Rocket people again. Halt! We didn't come here to be stopped by some child. Yukari or no, I'm putting a stop to this. So I guess they're trying to like make more of a plot with Team Rocket here, since this is like a direct continuation in this timeline instead of me being someone completely different. That's why Team Rocket's doing things that they didn't normally do in the previous original game. Alright, 2-9-24. This isn't even a dream, this is me ranting about my dreams. This is what it says. The problem with so many of these dreams is that I remember like the last thing that happens, but none of the context of it beforehand, along with a few details of some things that happened before. But overall, most of it gets lost, and I think that's why I gave up on doing this for so long, but maybe getting back to writing these, even if it's only these vague parts, will help you actually remember it more. Anyway, for the actual dream. Alright, so something about my mom getting a car as a graduation gift or something. The last thing I remember was standing in front of my grandma's house talking to someone while looking at dog poop on the lawn in front of us. Can't remember any of the context. We were talking about how it's something to do with... can I read that? That's I wrote that. I actually wrote that's disgusting. Can't remember any of the context, but we were talking about how it had something to do with something that Sega would show up and do with Yoshika. With dog poop. I'm gonna have to cut that out. I feel like I'm gonna have to cut that out. That's really gross. Whatever. 2-12-24. Some ongoing story I forgot most details about. What that did like no damage to Tay, did not? Man, Kashiwagi, can you just stop sucking against everything, please? That'd be great. Something about Sega and Yoshika and dog poop. Yeah, I really said that out loud on a video. Dog poop. Dead. Alright. Low men. Level 70 for once. The lowest level. The light shining through the window is really bright, but I have to stop you from reaching the commander. Alright, 2-12-24. Some ongoing story I forgot most of the details about some spooky tape that people wanted to end the world or something. Ended up at some gathering. What? Okay, I was chased by some people that were related to a cult. They had weapons. Why do you have a chibi shell? Managed to lose them all after a long chase scene. Find a coded message in the process. Message leads to YouTube video. Video is a... How did that... Why did that do like no damage to you? You're a chibi! Die! I go... The video is a fan-made SpongeBob animation. Turns out spoopy audio from the tape that made people want to end the world originated from the video. Okay then. Two... 16... 2-18-24. Alright, you have light screen. Blaze kick! You don't look like a physical attacker, Touhou. I don't know why you're kicking me. I'm not saying a kick from you wouldn't hurt with this giant fucking radioactive elephant foot there, but I think that giant laser cannon probably does a bit more damage. Thought maybe. Hyper potions, I have 37 of them. Actually, I have like a bunch of Moo Moo Milks too. I could probably use that instead. Anyways, put Sandra in front. Sandra kills things, and I don't have to worry about anything. The commander doesn't want to be disturbed by some punk. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. 2:18:24. I can only remember the end. That's a frequent problem. That's what I had wrote down. That's what I wrote down. I was playing a co-op game that was like a mixture of Angry Birds and Pokemon, where you would aim at your target like in Angry Birds and finish with the selected Pokemon move. I hit something with a move where water would be shot into the ground and dig under the earth beneath the open before bursting out from under them. The move made a big spectacle where it uprooted a lot of dirt but didn't end up killing the target, even though it got a large hole in its back. This made me upset. Okay. It's okay, that was mostly nonsense. I'll skip that one. 3:23:24. I was watching some kind of FNAF game theory episode where the conclusion had something to do with the fact that all the games are connected because they all had the sound of an ambulance alarm in them. Like the clock and dream theory, lol, I was just about to say that. And that somehow Kogasa was a nurse that was tending to the crying child. Oh, there's your Okay. It's mostly nonsense. Or 11:24. I was watching some kind of live-action Star Wars show like The Mandalorian or something. In the episode I watched, it revealed that Yoda was still alive, and he— oh my god, I remember this dream. Oh, okay, I remember this dream now. Okay. Let's finish this battle first. A proton, forgive me. So I was looking at Dark for alarm, and then I talked to this person, and it had something to do with Sega and Yoshika. I really wrote that down, and then I said it out loud, and I'm saying it again. Wonder why. In this world, where life is strong. Ha ha ha, even if you got this far, the commander is in a whole other league from the rest of it. Did I just go backwards? Where am I going? Is it this way? No. Is that everyone? Oh, it's Proton. So it's you again. Aren't you just the most annoying little thing? Well, you won't be after today. When I defeat you, you'll be joining the other hostages back there. Yes, the girl and 2 puppets. The League will pay a fortune to get both a gym leader and their champion back. Proton, you just— what exactly is your plan here? It's like, oh boy, I'm gonna fight the person I've lost to like 3 times now, and it'll go differently for some reason. Okay, 4:11:24. I was watching some kind of live-action Star Wars show like The Mandalorian or something. In the episode I watched, they revealed that Yoda was still alive, and he joined the heroes on their adventure. At the end of the episode, Darth Vader showed up, except he was a full robot now. He fought Yoda and ended up killing him by soaking him into his robot body and then crushing him. There's like a puff of blood that came out of the robot afterwards. It was kind of brutal, and I remember being pretty pissed about it. So yeah, that was the dream. It turns out the Yoda, you know, he's not dead. That sounds like a plot twist a Disney show would make. And then Darth Vader, he's also not dead, but he's also a robot. And then they fought, and then Darth Vader, he killed Yoda. Again, because that's something a Star Wars show would do. Bring someone back to life and just kill them again. Man, remember when it seemed like Star Wars was getting good again, and then they fucked it up, and now I don't care anymore? You're gonna kill Lumen because you're faster than me, except now you're not. Anyway, it's only been like 14 minutes and we're almost done with Proton here. Yakakorin! Yakakorin! What does the Yakakorin do? She show up and she use her scroll. She's only so good that it actually gave her superpower. Now she can fly and use magic and shit. It even gave her future sight of allowing her to know what spell card rules were before you fought her, and that's why she used the spell cards, because she can actually see the future, yes. Yuka. Technically, a Yuka. Leech Seed. Is that really the best play when you're like the last one in the lineup? I don't know. So, like, what happens to that umbrella, huh? If I like take down the undead, can you like burn the umbrella? When you heal the Yuka after the battle, will it also heal the umbrella? Oh, I can't believe I lost again. Oh no. Ah, you've beaten me 3 times now. How is such a little brat so strong? Your archer is going to be mad at me for bungling this up. As for you, I'll see you again, and next time I won't be holding back. Beat your boss like 3 times, my dude. I don't know why you think you're special. Hello there. Thank you for the help back there. You see, they got the jump on me when I was tending to Akari. Senai tried to fight back, but he was just too strong. But there's still a rather large problem. Akari's condition has gotten worse. There's a place that sells strong medicine across the sea, but I can't leave Akari's side. Please, could you go and get the medicine for Akari? This Chibi Senai has a look of concern for the ill Nitori. This Nitori seems to be breathing heavily. She doesn't seem to notice anyone else nearby. Alright, that was that. I guess I'm going across the sea now. It's probably going to take more than 13 minutes, just means it's probably going to get longer than average episode, but you know, whatever. So many exciting dreams to read. I'm sure you're so excited to hear what I have to say after what I've said so far. Yep. Great. Across the waves. The bucket sails across the sea. Where will the bucket go? Who knows? It's like the scene from Madagascar where no, they all fall off the boats, but they're still in the boxes. So they all float to the same island. Sounds like it pretty unlikely to happen, but that's what happens. And then they get to the island. They're like, where is he? Where are we? And the giraffe says we are on San Diego. They were not on San Diego. They were on Madagascar. You might, for the film theorists watching the video, they might have been able to tell they were Madagascar based on this like small little detail. The film was in fact called Madagascar. Going to Cianwood, how about a quick battle first? Man, this Madagascar movie is so funny, it makes me want to merge without looking. It's now my comedy has now fallen to directly quoting Family Guy bits. Here, it's impossible to get any lower than this, okay? So one would think, but now I'm going to continue reading this nonsense, and we're going to see if it gets any worse. Or 17 Senai. What is Senai? It's a Senai, probably. I don't know. So watching before 1724, I was watching a show that was like one of those competition shows. It was about how some comic book villains were being moved from their current prison to a different prison because the one they were at was too nice to the prisoners. Because the prisoners could vote, and they voted to make the prisons really nice. Once at the worst prison, they competed for something. There were 3 main characters. One was some guy like the Scarecrow, except he was fat and ate a lot. Another one was the Lizard from Spider-Man. Another was some guy that would regenerate and was made of weird materials or something. Remember a scene where the third guy had part of his stomach material put in a trash can. Then the fat scarecrow guy ate it, and then they all puked or something. These dreams are awful. This is awful. Oh. Hey, Lumen. Hey, you're young and fit. Don't ride your Bonica. Swim. Okay. 4, 26, 24. Mostly just vague details for this one. Oh yeah, because there's so much more detail than all the other ones, right? Hey, so, I was trying to help some people fix something that involves using a ladder at a grandparent's house. Some of these people were members of the Bad Batch. Oh, that's cool. I remember that show. It's the last thing in Disney. Disney Star Wars I gave a shit about. Remember constantly falling asleep and waking up. At some point I woke up and needed to work on some complicated electrical thing on an old-timey screen. Okay. And then I woke up again? Okay, so I must have fallen asleep again. Who's coming out? Hamachi. Right. Yeah, she waggy. At one point I woke up and was in the back seat of a car. Zanmu was driving and Hasami was in the passenger seat. It sounds like a nightmare. Asked Zanmu if she grabbed my stuff before we left. She said she did. Apparently they were part of the group that helped me fix the thing. And apparently Zanmu carried me into the car while I was sleeping when they needed to leave. Okay, I don't even want to think about the psychological impact of the fact that I had a slightly maternal moment in a dream with Zanmu. At one point, woke up in a bed. At one point, I woke up in a bed when Sedith walked past. It is another character from the hit video game Fire Emblem Three Houses. He is in fact the sibling of the other character I mentioned, known as Flade. They are both from the game. He told me he heard some weird noises, but don't remember the details and not to look into it. Okay. I told him that the noises would be him doing weird flame-related things. It sounds a lot worse if you don't know any of the context of Three Houses. Basically, spoiler alert, Sedith is Flame's dad, and he's very overprotective. And that's what that's supposed to mean. They got him to start yapping excuses, and then he got annoyed. Alright, that was all of Dreams 22 and 23. Move on to 23 and 22. So different that, because we're gonna like jump into various points in time. Like it's one of those old creepypastas who didn't know how to keep a proper tense like Squidward Suicide, so they constantly went to different parts of time through the concept of bad grammar. The water's warm here, it's loose and limber. Sure, I'll take you on. 6-5-23. I was at a university. While I was distracted, some girl took my backpack. I easily caught him, but for some reason we had to go to a teacher to prove that it was mine. In the process, I found out that there had recently been a car accident that killed 350 people. At some point, we saw the dean at the crash site. I assume that means the dean of the college. I don't even know who the dean of my college is, so I guess I just made someone up. You had Destiny 1. So some sort we saw the dean at the crash site, and the wreckage caused another accident to happen that might have killed him. He fell in some spilt water that could drown him at least. At some point, someone stopped the thief to talk to her about the accident, and I used that opportunity to get away from her since I had my backpack back at that point. Okay. Alright. Okay, I need to go heal. Here no! Here no! Here no! No! Here no! Why? Here no! Why didn't you do your math on here no? I think my max repel ran out or something. Probably put it on again. in 25 minutes, but I don't care. It'll be a 45-minute episode. I want to get past this stupid water section. Do they even have... I hope they just don't have the Whirl Islands. Like, they don't have everything in this recreation. You can just, like, take that out. The Whirl Islands. Big area where the only thing of note there is Lugia. So the rest of it just doesn't even really need to exist. But it does! It really does. Where am I going? Why does it go this far, right? What is over here? Oh, is this Goldenrod? Truth be told, I wish I could go down on my boat. Unfortunately, we're just left in ruined. Yeah, it is. Getting out of there as soon as possible. Okay, so they made it to where... I guess because, you know, you can't fly, so they made it more convenient by making this area that connects to Goldenrod. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. See, these islands, they used to be blocked by whirlpools. Now they're just eerily quiet. There has to be a secret. Do I have out front? George, why do you give 6? Why? Why does he have 6 Pokemon? SpongeBob! Alright. 6/28/23 was inside a Team Fortress 2 match, was talking to others about maps and complaining about how much I liked the map. I disliked a map with oranges and that circular wooden bridge. Don't know what that means. Round started, was in some sort of giant store / warehouse. At some point, the opposing team turned into ring wraiths. Okay. At some point, Aragorn showed up. This is Lord of the Rings character. You know him. You may have read or watched the hit series Lord of the Rings. He showed up, and when he did, Lullaby of Absurded Hell started playing, but it was in the style of the Lord of the Rings theme, and it continued to play while we all killed ring wraith sorts. So, go! Seven, 4/23. Why are you not dead? Aaron's supposed to die in one shot to Grayson. That's kind of the pecking order here. Someone used a bomb to blow up a plane. Everyone had to escape the area as smoke and fire spread. Okay. I mean, you're on a plane, whatever. Dreamed again! Okay, it was the first day of college, but my car was having trouble, and then my car turned into a Tinker Toy. That was what those things are called? Those, like, toy train things? Seven, 18/23. Was on a motorboat on the ocean, going somewhere. Scene changed to me being in an audience watching a Touhou stage play. Ha was in it. It's the main character of the hit Touhou fan game, Touhou Healing Nature. It's pretty cool. I would say play it, but like realistically, watch it. That game's looks like a pain in the ass to play. I'm not gonna lie. Reimu started brushing her hair. Okay. That's cute, I guess. 7/19/23. My grandmother told me that Bill Clinton won his campaign because the only person running against him was Jeremy Kyle. Okay. Seven 20/23. That's some parking lot at some building late at night waiting for someone. Decided to stop waiting and leave. Group of people stopped me while trying to get to the vehicle. Make me join in what they're doing. Horror parodies or something. Why did that not do any damage? Yeah, go away, Star. This fight is still going. Like, right, because 6 Pokemon, for some reason. I will make this video 45 minutes, I don't even care. Don't even care. I'm gonna get past this stupid Lake of Rage. It's not the area, it's a different area in this game entirely. You know, despite all my rage, Batman, I still find myself as just a rat in this cave. This cage we call life, Batman. Do you understand what you have done to me, Batman? Joker, how could you do this? Well, you see, Batman. No, Morgan Freeman. Stupid Morgan Freeman voice I did for the entirety of that fucking Civil War video game. Yes. I can't wait to upload that because, you know, the audio is fucking awful. Because I couldn't do a test recording because the game wouldn't put any music on during the 15-minute intro cutscene. Ah, it's nice to fish alone. It's very relaxing. So then, you know, I start the game and then the music's very loud and then you literally can't hear me. But that, you know, that is actually the experience though. That fucking game, doesn't it? I don't know. It's my excuse. What am I supposed to do? It's not like I can record it again. I mean, I could, but like that kind of ruins the point, wouldn't it? Anyway, who's in front right now? Sure, you can be in front. If you need to rest, just tread water. You'll get your wind back, so you can keep on going strong. Sneak to vehicle. Shenanigans ensue. They mess with it, causes it to transform and stuff while driving it. Something about bees. Some gag about how Cabin in the Woods did everything. I gained control of vehicle, which was now a super ship or something. But villains had update loading that would give them control. Update failed. Bad guys lost. Characters were sometimes TF2s, sometimes Touhou's. Doesn't that just describe everything here? No. Ended with the purple-haired... So you're a Hime. Ended with the purple-haired moon person being killed and the blonde moon person vowing... That's what I wrote down. Just say their fucking names, dude. Did I just forget their fucking names when I wrote this? I mean, it wouldn't be surprising. This was last year. No way I didn't know their names by that point. Must have been a gag I was doing at like 3 AM. You know, it'd be funny if I didn't write their names down. That'd be so funny. I never want to see this Pokemon again. I hate this Pokemon so much. She just shows up and she's resistant to fucking everything. I hate this thing. Go away. Kaguya, I don't care. Kara. Oh, you have more energy than I do. Alright. Didn't do that much damage. Oh, where am I going? I hate this area. I hate this area so much. Are you seeking the secrets of Whirl Islands? Oh, this one's really long. 8:21:23. I was in a football field. There was also like a giant stage or something. People were exercising. I was about to start exercising. But then the roof for the football field closed because I guess it was a stadium. The roof opened again, but when it does, I get caught in a net. Then brought up when I see people in a stadium there to see someone practicing. I don't think what I just said made sense or whatever. Scene changes. I'm now on a bus. I talked about my desire to make a tier list of all the Touhou games now that I've played them. I think I was gonna do that at some point. And then I just didn't. This is all the rage, right? That's how you get the views, make your tier list. That's what all the kids are doing nowadays. What I wish all the kids were doing. I'm not using this fucking puppet. Just all have this stupid thing. Where am I going, Nitori? Please guide me out of this hellhole, Nitori. Where am I going, Batman? See, Batman, I put you into this hellhole. You'll never escape. Are you seeking the secrets of Whirl Islands? Okay. Yomo was there. That's cool. Okay. They asked me to explain how I would make this tier list. I said it would be based on how fun I thought each game was to play. Yomo brought out a deck of cards and we started playing a game. Batman. Where you pull out a card whose name started with the same letter as the letter you started on the word you're trying to spell. I didn't understand how to play, and I don't understand what I just read. And then we started... What? Okay. Right. Then the room started turning into chocolate or something. Okay. Wow, that was, I know that wasn't very effective, but that was like pathetic damage, come on. Why aren't you dead? Just go away, I don't care. It's like I was there, and Yoma was there, and then the entire room turned into chocolate, and then we all died. Like, Patrick, that's very interesting. Patrick? The weather is so beautiful, I'm in a daze. And I woke up in the dream, I was still in the bus, guess it wasn't made of chocolate anymore. Turns out I passed out while I was explaining how to make the tier list and stuff about after that was in. That's okay. Oh, it turns out I passed out when I was explaining how to make the tier list and stuff that happened after the dream was in the dream. Okay, so I fell asleep in the dream, right? And that's when I dreamed about everything turning into chocolate. Hey, Gooch. Just imagine a helicopter. Smash is made of chocolate. Alright. Okay. I think everyone else was asleep at this point. Something about Mayumi? I think that's supposed to say Mayumi, but I spelled it wrong. Being disappointed that they didn't find out what the funnest Touhou games are because I passed out. Oh. Should I do that? Should I make it? It's been. I can't do that now. It's been too long since I played most of the games. It kind of be like the point of me doing it not long after I play them all. If I had to like go off the top of my head, like my favorite ones were like 10 and 18. Probably 8. My like least favorites are 12 and 14. And everything else is kind of in the middle. You killed my bug. You showed up here, killed my bug. Expect me to just deal with it? We almost at the oh my god, we are. Off! I just want to heal. Literally all I want to do is heal because, believe it or not, I'm nowhere close done with what I'm doing right now. Or I might be. I just kind of want to explore for a bit and see if I missed anything, because I probably did. Even though I should probably end the part right now, but I'm not. Okay, I haven't gone here, right? You look so elegant riding your Bonico. Alright, 10-1-23. I was Koishi. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think I said something in a couple parts ago, where it's like, the dream world in Touhou, isn't the same way dreams work in real life, because you're not always yourself in dreams, and then I couldn't think of a single example of that off the top of my head. Here's one. Why did I say that? Of course it does. I think that was my stupid way of, like, complaining about Touhou or something. Like, whatever. It's kind of a really stupid thing to say in hindsight, but, you know, I say a lot of stupid things in hindsight, and I don't really care, because I don't really care if I don't care that much if I happen to say something that might come across embarrassing on the internet. Like, whatever. Anyone level 721? Mitsumo is. And they will stay that way. Because it's the water route. How much left? What could there possibly still be? Okay, I haven't fought you apparently. See these islands that are blocked by whirlpools? They just have to be a secret. It's the wrong move. Okay, I was in some building with many hallways. I had to take advantage of my invisibility and make sure that I didn't come in contact with anyone so that I didn't get caught while trying to collect money. See, Koishi, she's like invisible to people until she talks to you or something. I don't know. Once I got all the required money. It's scene change to Marissa giving that money to Shimada in exchange for all the study materials she would need to take an exam. And Marissa was very grateful for that. Okay, Marissa is now in school. Good for her. Was that a thing in this was all Dreams 23 and 24, so all that's left is Dreams 24? Or 23 and 22 and 23, and 23 and 22. So there's Dreams 24, and then there's Dreams 25, which is the most recent one, actually. Okay. I'm not doing this route anymore. It's been 40 minutes. I'll deal with it later. Right now, I don't want to explore it anymore, and I want to deal with Chuck and the rest of this place. And actually, now that I think about it, what's over here? There actually is something over here. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. What? Okay, right, in the remakes, you go left here, and you go left until you reach the, Safari Zone, because they put a Safari Zone here in the remakes. Is that in the original? I don't think it was. Because I remember, like, I don't know, I've never played the originals. I was under the assumption this area wasn't here. So I guess after I beat Chuck, we're gonna go left and see what's happening there, because I actually don't know. Anyway, let's do the next part. See you then. Bye.